Hi, I'm the Director for Common Knowledge Trust, and we produce Birthing Better Childbirth Preparation online course. We talked a little bit in the last video about the hip lift, the way to create space side to side, the sacral maneuver, creating space in the pelvis front to back, and about the 4 ways humans breathe. And we looked at one of the breathing patterns in the nose and out the mouth. So those were just some of the skills that Birthing Better families created to prepare for the birth of your baby. You also wanted to learn how to relax and to recognize whether you had tension. That was really important. And what we discovered was that there were 4 types of tension. One is conscious. We all know that. So if we just tense up now, that's conscious tension. And when we're feeling pain, that's what we do. We just pull back and we're tense. But there's also unconscious tension. For instance, if you see somebody with their head off to one side or their shoulders slightly raised, they don't even know they're doing that. That's unconscious tension. But that can impact the birth of our babies. Then there's structural tension. Just some of us have more internal tension than others do. And that's just the reality of it. And we have to know whether we are very open inside or whether there's a lot of internal tension that can stop our baby, this big object, from moving down, through, and out. And that's a skill called the internal work, particularly that you start at 32 weeks, which helps you prepare down there so that the soft tissue of your birth canal doesn't stop your baby from opening up your cervix and from moving down, through, and out your body. So that was important to know. We also had to learn how to use our breathing to create space inside our pelvis. We had to learn to breathe in and open up in our pelvis. And we had to breathe out and soften around the inside of the pelvis. And that was called the pelvic clock that we mentioned before. We also had to learn to respond to touch by softening. That's a little bit more complex. There are often men or others who during the birth reach out to touch us, and women just smack their hand away and say, "Don't touch me," because it's a distraction. But it's because that person doesn't know how to use touch effectively. So we have a skill called deep touch relaxation. All of these skills can be done on each other. We're human beings. So you can do the deep touch relaxation on your partner if he's had a hard day, or you can do it on your baby if they've had a hard day. So we also had to learn the communication skills, both the verbal and the nonverbal communication skills. If you're looking unstressed during the birth, your partner doesn't know what you're thinking, but you're looking unstressed. If you start to do this or then he can hear and see, and he can immediately help you. So that's a sort of a nonverbal communication. If he reaches out to touch you and you don't want him to touch you, you can just shake your head no, or you can put your hand up. But he doesn't know when to come back. So you can take his hand and place it on a part of your body, or you can nod, or you can smile. So you can help him know how to engage again. That's really important. So the Birthing Better skills that were developed by hundreds of families for every type of birth are very broad, and they have great depth to them because you don't know what you're going to use. You may never do a hip lift in your birth, or it may be the only thing you do. You may find that subtle positional changes have a huge impact on your birth. Well, for other people, they could stand on their head and their baby still comes out. So we'll talk in another video a little bit more about more of the skills in Birthing Better. See you later. Bye-bye.